day 6. I'm at Triple B. I'm sitting in the 4-tree trail. So HuntWise said it's the best trail for the wind today, and it's a big probability of deer movement day. It's like 99% this morning, so we'll see. But I am got the GoPro up. First time I've sat in the stand, so we'll see how it goes. It's been a beautiful morning, about 47 degrees this morning, so a little bit of a cold front came through, so we'll see. Good luck. Peace out.
Hey, welcome back to Triple B Farm Outdoors. So this video is the beginning of our deer season. So I've been fortunate enough to be able to hunt Kentucky and North Carolina already. Those bow seasons came in September. Hunted at the Holler House with Tom. Had some great sits. Got to see a lot of does and fawns. Just didn't see the target bucks we were after. And then hunted North Carolina with my brother on his place. And just trying to figure that one out. We got some food plots out, and now we're trying to figure out deer movement and where we want to do some stand placement. But the Indiana season just came in. It was October 1st. Had a good sit there. Kent and I were here at Triple E Farm. Hunted mornings and evenings, saw some turkey, saw some deer at a distance, nothing close. But then October 2nd came around, and Kent was hunting down in, he was planning on hunting down at his farm. I was going to stay here in the morning and then join him in the afternoon. So I guess I should take a step back. So we are, as Kent and I now have a lot of time on our hands since we're both retired, there was always the risk of us burning out properties, right? We're going to do a lot of deer hunting this year, probably more than we ever have. And we didn't want to risk burning out stands, burning out properties by overhunting them, because we plan on doing a lot of hunting. So we decided we were going to use the HuntWise app. So for those of you that have never seen that HuntWise app, it's a fantastic app. And lots of things in it, but one of the things we wanted to start using was the wind indicators for stands and the HuntCast portion of HuntWise app that does predictions of deer movement. It takes into account 5 factors, right, that we all know impact deer movement. So temperature and temperature changes, wind, too much wind, too little wind, both of them impact deer movement. The moon phases, which, you know, have I think right now predominantly around feeding times and when they're going to be up and about feeding. Barometric pressure and pressure changes, as well as storm fronts that come in, all affect deer movement. So this app in the HuntCast section will use the algorithm that these experts have come up with and give you a percentage probability of whitetail movement. Now, whether you see them or not, who knows, but it'll give you a percentage by day, by hour of whitetail movement. And then we put all of our stand locations and food plots in the app so that it can give you the best stand location for the wind. So you put the stand in, put the ideal winds in, and it makes predictions about what's the best stand to sit. So again, with a lot of time on our hands and not wanting to burn out farms, we decided we were going to use this HuntWise app to determine when we're going to hunt and where we're going to hunt. So October 2nd, second day of deer season in Indiana, the probability of deer movement was 99%, so super hot. And the predicted stands, best stands were winery stand, and then second best was the 4-tree stand. So we've got a trail that we call the 4-tree trail. We've got a 4-tree stand down at the bottom. It was the second best one, and that's the one I decided to use that day. I sat there basically, got in a stand about 7, sat there until about 9. Didn't see any deer, but I did hear a lot of turkeys. So it's funny when you're sitting out and all of a sudden you get turkeys yelping. It's super fun to listen to them, listen to how they yelp, kind of preparing myself mentally for turkey season next year. But I had a group of turkeys at about 40 yards, couldn't see them. It was pretty thick, but it made it for an exciting morning. And then I'm sitting there until about 9 o'clock, and here come the deer.
us a little back, but I think I got her. I don't know. God, I hope so. Holy shit.
So as you can see, even my reaction was I shot a little far back. So let me take a minute and talk about that shot. So I had in my mind rehearsed kind of where deer could come down the trail, ranged them already, so I already knew how far the different spots were. And this doe stopped at the one hole I had at 22 yards, and in my mind I already knew she was going to be quartered away pretty hard. If there was a deer that came through there and it stopped and gave me a shot, it was going to be quartered away pretty hard. Generally, quartered away deer, it's a great shot. It gives you a bigger window of air to be able to get your arrow in the right spot without, risking hitting a shoulder bone or something like that. So generally like quartered away shots. This one was pretty severe, and I kind of knew it would be, hoping it wouldn't be, but I knew it kind of had the chance to be. But I will tell you, I did a lot of shooting over the summer. You can never do enough, but I did a lot of shooting over the summer, and I had dialed in my groups pretty good. Even had a expensive mistake. I don't want to call it a mistake, but I Robin Hooded one just about 2 weeks before season. So I was pretty dialed in. Robin Hood means I hit one arrow right on top of the other and they stuck together. So confidence was high that I could make that shot. So when she stopped in that spot, the only thing I was thinking about was front shoulder. So if you're a deer hunter and you want to take a quartered away shot, you think about the opposite shoulder, opposite front shoulder. So I didn't even look at where I was going to be aiming on the backside. There's my wife in the window. Hi, Jules. I didn't even think about where the entrance was going to be, but I did think about where the exit wound theoretically should be, and that was the front shoulder. So I've got another clip that I'll show that gives you a zoomed in look. I also had a Tacticam on my bow, and that's the left side of the screen. So you will see as I'm sitting down with the bow in my lap this way, how that Tacticam kind of rotates up as I stand up to get ready to shoot. So anyway, here's another view of it, and then a slow motion look of it. So I felt pretty good about the shot placement, and I thought I'd heard her crash. She didn't go far, but I did not video the recovery or the tracking. Like, I literally got down, waited about 20 minutes, got down, walked over the edge where I knew she went down, and there she was laying in the bottom. And at that point, I was able to get down to the bottom, kind of pull the ear out, I stick it on the ground, and then I talk a little bit about where she went. Well, found her at the bottom. She probably went, before she hit the edge of the lip and rolled all the way down here, ran down here and died in the bottom. She probably went 70 yards. So definitely tell I hit her back. So we'll see. Once we get her opened up, I want to see where that arrow went. But she was definitely super quartered away, and I hit kind of mid-spine more than anything. So we'll see. But found her, super pumped. Now we're going to get the That's the top of the ridge. I got to go get the UTV and the winch. So back at you. Okay, so at that point, like bottom of the hill, she literally went 57 yards, I think is what I had kind of mapped out on Onyx. 57 yards and about 40 feet downhill. So I called Kent. Kent came out. We got the four-wheeler and the winch, a couple tow straps, and started winching her out of the bottom. And then we got a little bit of the high fives at the end. Well, we got her out of the bottom. Kent, appreciate
nice job,
you, man.
Mark. Yep, anytime.
So used the winch and a couple tow straps on the four-wheeler, got her out of the bottom on the sled, take her back, get her cleaned up, and get some pictures. So it's a heck of a morning.
Heck of a morning.
Hunt Cast on HuntWise said 99% probability of seeing whitetails, and it was 100.
It was 100. And this is the earliest we've ever killed a deer.
Oh, yeah. October 2nd.
2nd.
Yeah, second day of season.
Yep.
So super pumped. And then once that's done, we get her back to the cabin where we field dressed her and got her in the cooler. So one of the things that we like to do is process our own deer. So we got a walk-in cooler, got her cleaned. We have her in there hanging. We usually hang our deer for about 7 days. Helps tenderize the meat. I think it helps with the flavor also. And she's hanging now for 7 days, but super excited to try some tomahawk fillets that we're going to try something a little bit different this year. But we make summer sauces, we make brats, we make a bunch of stuff. So super excited. It was a great start to the deer season. Earliest we've ever taken a deer in bow season. It was the second day. Going back and using that HuntCast app. Saturday looks pretty good. We'll be out Saturday hunting a little bit. Sunday is not as good, so we'll probably take Sunday off. But then Monday is a big movement day, and we're going to be down at Kent's farm. We're going to be hunting down there for probably most of Monday. So super excited. Hope you enjoyed the video, and hope we can get you more in the near future.